All right, and we are live and in living color. Excuse me, y'all. Welcome to another fantastic episode of This Week in Reselling, where we interview special guests each and every week from different walks of life in the reselling world. Here, we'll discuss the highs and lows of reselling and dive into great conversation. We're positive that you're going to hear something that's going to help you become a better reseller. I'm your host, Ray, and I am joined with my co-host, Dustin. Dustin, what's going on, my brother?
What is up, everybody? Enjoying this Titans W, as you can see.
There you go. There you go. Oh, I should have worn my Titans jersey today.
Should have.
And we have,
still can.
I know. I guess I still can. We have today's guest, which I've been meaning to have Randy on for a while here. I have a long list, Randy, of people that I want to have on the podcast. So we got plenty of time. But we have Randy here, aka Thrifting Treasures, is in the building. Randy, how's it going, my friend?
Hey, it's going great. Glad to be here.
Alrighty. Now, Randy's got for the people listening at home, Randy's got this very interesting shirt. It looks like there's a tortoise on a hamburger. Turtle burger?
Yep.
Look at that. Okay.
A turtle or burger?
Okay.
Be part of Good Burger too?
There you go. Good Burger. Nice callback there, Dustin.
Second,
I like it. Wow.
That's what I heard.
That was a great show.
Yeah. Now, Randy, I know I've been meaning to have you on, like I was saying before, and you're big. I got to know you a little bit just through TikTok. I know that you're active on Instagram, on Facebook, and some other social media platforms. But for the people that may not know Randy Thrifting Treasure, could you give us a little bit of explanation of, I know that I think you're a part-time reseller, if not I'm mistaken.
Yeah.
You know, so just kind of, we love having part-time resellers on the show because it kind of gives us a different perspective. It's harder to become a reseller if you're doing it part-time, I think. You know, Dustin and I are both part-time, and it's hard, you know, because you have to make sure you manage your time. And I don't know, right. Randy, if you have a family or anything like that, but even that adds on to, you know, the responsibilities that a person may have, being a reseller, right. Having a full-time job, and then having other things that you do outside of this world. But for somebody that may not know you, Randy, could you give us a little bit about, you know, the backstory of who Randy is, what he does, how awesome his short form content is? Randy, I have to say, you have in my opinion, and I might be a little biased, but you have, because we have you on the show, the best editing, the funniest editing short form content, period.
Oh, man.
And you got to tell us a little bit about, you have to have some skills, because the things that you're doing in your short form content, not everyone, I kind of know just from doing this what it takes to do that. And I'm like, Randy knows how to do this, so he has to be, I don't know, in the know-how. But just tell us a little bit about yourself, Randy.
Okay, I'll do the short version of it.
Tell us.
I'm a full-time creative, part-time reseller. I go to thrift stores, garage sales, and estate sales and throw them on eBay. And I'm a part-time reseller.
Now, how long? What do you do in your full-time occupation, Randy? Can you give us a little information? You don't have to indulge if you work for the FBI or I don't know, Shield or anything like that, or Area 51.
Nothing cool like that. I run a creative agency. That's my full-time gig.
Okay, so what does that look? What do you do at a creative agency? Like, give us some.
Yeah. So a very long story short, I co-founded a 14-person branded digital agency. We're acquired. I made my exit. So out of nowhere, I had this whole window of time open up to me. And that's when I started dabbling in reselling. You know, and now I run an independent creative agency, and that's brand workshops, helping companies define who they are, how they can best express their value in the marketplace. That could be websites, brand identity, marketing campaigns. So through creativity, how can you spread the word through these brands in this very noisy, complicated world?
Oh, interesting. That's
super
interesting. Yeah.
It's a big thing just chunked into a small effort. So I do part-time reselling on the side. I do about 20 hours a week. That's all I can do. So once I hit that 20 hours, I stop. And I like reselling because it gets me away from the computer. It's completely unrelated to the creative agency world. So that's where you can kind of see where my creativity kind of comes into those videos where I'm just tapping into my background. So I have a little leg up, I guess you could say, or lucky.
That's awesome. So did you, and I might have misunderstood what you said here, Randy, but
Yeah.
you had a creative agency and then someone acquired it and then now you're doing another one, like an independent creative
Yeah.
agency?
Yeah. So long story. 14-person agency, big overhead. Your life is dependent on your employees and deadlines, so it's fully consuming. I always wanted to do reselling on the side, but never had any time. So then the big company kind of acquired us, bought us out, and then the team went to that company. I made my exit, and all of a sudden, now I can have all this time. And now instead of getting an office space and overhead and employees, now I just work out of my home, independent, so I can really hand select what clients I want to work with, and then I can hand pick the team I want to work with. So I can be very selective now on the clientele I want to work with. So I just work on 6 clients a year and we sell on the side, and I just love what I do.
That's awesome. So your typical client, let's say Dustin and I, the Nashville Flippers brand, we
Yeah.
come to you, we're like, Randy, this is our brand. We're a reselling duo. We want to grow our reselling social media footprint. We want to have a brand identity. Like these brands
Yeah.
come to you and you just kind of like lay it out, ask questions, or like give us. Because I'm super interested in this because I think this
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So how does that work?
So it's a very complicated answer, and I'll chunk it down. So a client will call you and say, I need a website, I need a logo, I need this, I need that, and they're self-diagnosing. So what you kind of do is so one of the hardest things is to every company knows what and how they do it. But they never know why they do it. That's one of the hardest things to really tap into. Like, why are you doing this beyond making money? So pretty much how it all starts is like an 8-hour workshop, and you get with all the co-founders and the owners, and you get them all in one room. There's a giant whiteboard, and you just ask a series of questions, hundreds of questions, to surface deeper meaning, to come up with an actionable plan. And you realize they called for a logo, but they actually didn't need that. Their interior store was needed reworked. So it really depends on what's your goal and what you're trying to accomplish, and you work back from there. So it's a big answer, but I'm trying to chunk it down.
Yeah, that's awesome. So segueing into that, so how does that? Because guys, you have to check out Randy on all of his social media platforms. I know. Would you say that you're the most active on TikTok or
No, I try to post daily. That's it.
daily on all of the platforms?
Yeah. All the main ones: Facebook, YouTube, TikTok.
There
I
you
was
go.
I was on TikTok for about a year. And that was I was just a playground, and it started growing. I was like, oh, I might as well cross post.
Where is your largest following?
Um, TikTok's like at 100,000 and Facebook's at 100,000. It took me almost a year and a half to get to 100,000 on TikTok. In like 4 months, I got 100,000 on Facebook. So Facebook really likes my content.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I know that you did send me, and I meant to text you back. You asked us if we were active in Facebook, and I think I made a page correctly. I don't know, but we haven't really posted on there. And I know that you and Matt, Thrifter Sifters, you're all, he's been telling me you need to start posting on Facebook. And I'm like, I'm not on Facebook enough to really, I don't understand Facebook right now, like how to make a page and all that stuff.
You
Maybe
have a
can
page.
help me.
I would love
I have
to.
a page? Okay.
You have a page. Yeah, I liked it. You have a page. It's literally exactly like TikTok. You just post. It's reels. You just post reels. It's like you're doing on TikTok. Or I think it's called posts. Or no, it's reels on Facebook.
Okay. I got to figure that out. But
you absolutely do.
Into that, Randy. So your expertise on creative brands and helping people identify their brand. How did that help you with what you're doing with reselling, in the social media space? Because I know that if you were to ask me, if Jennifer Hayes were to ask me, who is Randy Thrifting Treasure, like what is his brand about? I would say he is a very knowledgeable reseller. He finds amazing items, and he has a very niche sense of humor that really hits, and then it's like, I don't know. That's what I would say. Like a very quick hitting, knows what he's doing, his editing is top notch, and the sense of humor and also relaying good information on top of that is what I would say that your reselling brand videos is. If they were to ask me.
That's amazing, man. I love that.
I
I
think it
love
is.
that.
I think it is because again, if you guys are not following Randy, you need to because they're awesome. And I really like Randy the videos that you do on. You post a video and then you kind of post like the behind the scenes. You
Yeah.
know,
Try to
and I
say, yeah.
really you don't do that much, but I really enjoy those because I like seeing the how the sausage is made. You know,
Yes,
per
me
se.
too. Me
You
too.
know,
Yeah, I usually do that when I'm doing like a lot of green screen
yeah.
stuff because that's when it's like apparent. Otherwise, it's like not too much editing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Randy, back to the question at hand. So how
hmm
did that your full time job helped you with like your reselling branding?
God, that's a great question. Yeah, it's a great question. It makes me think. So going back to like what I do, it's a big loaded answer. So I'm going to chunk it down. So clients always come to me because they're trying to, a brand that's for everybody is for nobody. A brand that's for everybody is for nobody. So
Interesting.
a lot of companies are like, my brand is for this, is for everybody. Like, no. You need to find who's your tribe, who's your group in this day and age. So that's big. That's pretty much one of the biggest things companies struggle with, defining who they are and who their target audience is. So tapping into my background, I immediately go, okay, who is my target audience? I think of that. Okay, future eBay resellers, current eBay resellers. Then I go, if I'm going to create content, every single video needs to obtain two qualities. It has to be entertaining or provide some sort of value, or I don't post it. So I always try to stay in that realm. So and to piggyback on that, I watched content for years on YouTube. I just loved reselling. I had a
Hmm.
full-time creative agency, so I never had time to do it. So I would live vicariously through YouTube resellers for years. And after I sold the agency, I was like, you know what? I want to get in front of the camera. I've always been behind the camera. And so I started creating content, and I'll tap into my agency life, but understanding, okay, who am I creating content for? Who is my target audience? Why would they even care about this video? Why would they watch? It's not about me. It's nothing about me in this video. It's all about the audience. So I try to really tap into that, bringing my creative background into the. I hope that makes sense.
No, it does. It does make sense. Like you said before, if you make content for everybody, or what was it? It's for nobody, or
Yes, if you make content for everybody, it's for nobody. So
yeah.
I embrace my personality. Most people will try to hide their personality, but you need to embrace it because not everybody's going to like you, and that's okay. So the people that don't like my personality or my style, I'm like, get out of here. I'm not for you, and that's totally fine,
Hmm.
my friend. So it's like I want to find my people, and through my
Hmm.
personality, like-minded people like you. Your videos
Yeah.
are upbeat and fun and fresh and friendly and sound effects and whatnot. So you're
We
making it
try. I know
entertaining.
when we first started, Dustin and I, one of the things when we started reselling, and everyone's heard this that's listened to the podcast, but I want to reiterate it. We started reselling when we were doing really well. I got
Mhm.
Dustin into it. We got our other brother-in-law into it. And we're like, this is so awesome. We're able to make this much money for this amount of effort. And we have a cheat code, if you will, of us having all these Amazon bins near us because there's an Amazon distribution center. And
Mm.
we can find things that are worth hundreds of dollars for $5 or $7 all day long, right? So, how do we relay this message of reselling to the masses as quickly as possible? And that's from starting a YouTube channel, and then it turned into a TikTok, into an Instagram. And we wanted to teach people about reselling in a fun and entertaining way. You know, entertaining first, and then a fun second, and then we still want to be able to give people enough value. We don't we're not like the people that are going to tell you, we're not Daily Refinement or anybody like that is just like strictly information. We want to have fun.
Mhm.
We want our
Mhm.
personalities to come through all
Yeah.
that. So I
Yeah.
think that
Yeah.
what you're saying is, the same, like what our brand would be,
I love it. It's
Mhm.
differentiation. You got to separate yourself from the pack.
Hmm.
Otherwise, you just kind of blend in. And brands have that biggest problem. They just kind of blend in, or they need to. They copy everybody else, and then they're like, "What we're doing is not working. We're losing customers. What do we do?" And so, you're embracing your personality. I love how your videos are very concise and concise. Tapping into my background, going into your question is, man, attention span is so freaking low that you need to entertain them, and you got to give them all the information quick and concise. And that's what I like about your videos. They're right to the point. There's so many videos where they just drag on, and I'm just like, this is a great video, but if you would just take that 30 seconds into 6 seconds, it
Hmm.
would perform better because people are just doing this, they're just scrolling away. So
Yeah.
it's like that's what I like about videos: sound effects, movement,
I
action.
try. Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes the learning for sure. And I know that
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
testing the same theory on YouTube right now. For the people that may not know, last week we posted our first, I call it Bolo Mondays. Every Monday I'm doing a video where I share a bolo with you. It's the longest it's been is 5 minutes long. So I'm straight to the point. I'll give you the bolo, why you should look out for it, or whatever. Last week it was Skylanders. The Skylanders you should be looking out for. The video that's releasing tomorrow is Toy Story toys. So straight to the point, no fluff, whatever.
Love it.
And I'm giving you the bolos.
Love
so,
it.
Speaking of people, I do want to give a shout out to all the people in the chat. So let's say hi to some of our friends in the chat here, Randy. We have Junk Monkey is in the building. We actually are having Junk Monkey on the podcast here in the near future.
Cool.
So stay tuned for that. We have Alan is in the building. Good to see you, Alan. We have Jennifer Hayes, the VIP, Jennifer Hayes. We have Ken SSK Promo is in the building. Now, Randy, if you want to listen to another fantastic reselling podcast, Ken and Jimmy Old School Flips has a podcast called Reseller Clickbait Podcast, which is available everywhere you listen to podcasts. So if you guys want to hear another podcast with like-minded individuals, check out the Reseller Clickbait Podcast with Jimmy Old School Flips and Ken SSK Promo. We have Drew Strickland is in the building. He says, party people. We actually had Drew on last week. So if you guys have not caught that, make sure to catch that. And we have Suzanne's Chronicles. And we have Sunny, Las Vegas. What's going on, Sunny? And we have our friend of the podcast, Chris at Peak is in the building. One of our favorite people on TikTok. So shout out to Chris. And we have Zach Utah Bot. I always have trouble, Zach. Bought and gone. Good to see you. And we have Gino with Gino Finds in the building. So thank you all so much for listening. And thank you for everyone at home listening to us as well. And guys, do us a favor for the people that are listening to us at home. Give us a subscribe. Make sure you review because it bumps us up in the podcast algorithm. So, Randy, back to the question at hand. So you sold your business, you went independent, you said, hey, I have all this extra time, I want to start reselling. Is that how it went? You always like, what was that itch? You said you always watch reselling content?
Yeah, my eBay account's from 1999. I always found reselling so cool. I just never thought of it as a viable business. I'd always dabble in it very, very sparse throughout my whole life. And then the last 2 years is when I was like, you know what, 2.5 years ago when we sold the agency, that's when I was like, I want to create content on this reselling. Because prior to that, I was binging like 4 years of just raking profit and all these dudes on YouTube, living through them because I wanted to go to the garage sales and thrift stores. I just didn't have the time. So I would just live through them. And then I had all this time and I was like, heck, I want to make a switch. I want to make content about reselling. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
So so just the knowledge of you going to these thrift stores, you just knew from watching all this reselling content, okay, this is what I need to look out for. This is what sells. This is what not sells. I know not to pick up any Black Diamond VHS tapes.
Yep. Yep.
So that's awesome.
All of that. And then I just build off of that and then created content and learn more and more and more. So yeah, that's pretty much how it started.
So how long would you say that you'd be reselling part-time? 2
years.
2 years?
A year and a half. I would say a year and a half, a year of like being super consistent.
Okay. Now for somebody that may be listening to this podcast right now.
Yeah.
And you started, you're basically, I would say still like a newer reseller, 2 years, going.
Totally.
Is there something that you wish you knew now that you knew when you first started?
Yeah. When I first started going to thrift stores, I felt like I had to buy something or I would be failing. I can't leave. So I remember fighting that. when I was in the beginning. But it's okay not to buy anything. It's okay just to go in there and learn and leave empty-handed because it's an evolutionary process. It's not overnight. It's not quick. And if you have a full-time job, start it part-time on the side. Don't just jump into it. That's what I would recommend as well. Yeah. That's
good. I know Dustin and I know for me, I always have trouble going to the thrift store. I'm like, I got to buy something. Buy something. You don't, like you said, you don't have to buy something.
Right.
Right.
And my tactic is I like I think it's also it's understanding the region and where you're at. What type of people, what type of items are you going to find? Like for example, your area, there's a lot of bins in the Amazon fulfillment center, so you can tap into that. For me, I can hit in 5 hours, 15 different thrift stores. So most of the time I'm leaving empty-handed. So I think just understanding like your location and finding a niche and attacking it continuously.
What would you say that your niche is, Randy?
Yeah, being able to. There's so many thrift stores I can go to in a 5 to 8 hour period. I can hit 15 to 20 different thrift stores in one day. So it's I go in and I'm in 5-10 minutes. I'm in and out, in and out, in and out. I'm just going. And each thrift store has their own management system, their own type of inventory. Like some price work. You just understand these thrift stores. You understand what type of items to find. And like just cowboy boots at one specs and Department 56 at another one. I always find Jimmy at this other. So it's like if you do that every week for years and years and years and years, you develop patterns. So if I only had a few thrift stores, I'd probably hit up a lot of garage sales and go crazy on garage sales. If there's no garage sales, I'll go crazy on estate sales. So it's like finding what hits locals. That's mine.
Gotcha. Nice. Now, Chris is saying, so Randy, what's it like being a Gen Z character on TV? Are you just scared? Or do you play are you on a TV show?
Okay, so let me. Hello, Chris. I love that guy, by the way.
I know.
So for a reseller, we understand reseller hate. You're stealing from the poor.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. And from just an observation. From my observation, it's typically someone born in 2003 and after. It's the youth. And our school system's failing them. No business concepts. That's another conversation. So it's typically a Gen Z character. So I made like a character and I'll kind of poke fun of them when I make a video. At the end of the video, I might do like a 4-second where I'm dressed as a Gen Z character and I go, "Oh, you're stealing from the poor," right? And I just poke a jab back. Just all for fun.
Have you named this Gen Z character, Randy? Does he have a name?
Yeah, he does. We came up with a name through Chris and I can't think of it right now on the spot.
Okay, Chris, let us know. Chris will probably know who it is.
Yeah. So every now and again, I'll throw in that in the video. So it's kind of like it's. See, that's going back to our previous conversation of creating content. Nobody's gonna really get that unless you're a reseller who's gotten that hate. So I'm creating that content for other resellers. Niche. So niche that I'm like, I want to give some entertainment to other resellers. I don't even care about anybody else now in that realm. So it's like, so Chris and I have that little. He understands that hate.
I love it.
Yeah,
I know that I've been starting to post these reseller related memes on our Instagram, and I was telling Dustin and I were talking earlier today about I posted those Spirit Halloween costume memes that you're starting to see.
Yeah. I saw them
a Gen
all.
Z kid or whatever.
Yeah,
this one I did of a reseller, right? And I posted a picture of Kevin the Commonwealth Picker, and it had like the things that are included in the in the costume or whatever, and it did like super well. So like you were saying, that super niche meme or joke that is specific to that person is going to really relate to it. And that's what our pages are. They're reselling related content. Give them reselling related things,
Mm-hmm. You're speaking to your tribe, your audience. A brand's for everybody, it's for nobody. So if you're trying to speak to everybody, it won't resonate. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Do that for years. Do that for years. You'll build a fan base, not followers, but a fan base that will actually, because time is your most important asset in this whole world. It's non-renewable. So people are paying you in their time, their time and attention. So if you give them value, they're going to give you likes and shares and comments. That's how you grow.
I love it. Speaking of someone that's filling in with that niche, we have our good friends at the Let's Do Lunch podcast, which there's 3 ladies here. We have Angie, Rachel, and Kristen. They saw a need to have a woman-related podcast, a reselling woman-related podcast, and they all got together and said, this is what the reselling community needs. A group of 3 strong women doing a podcast, talking about reselling that's really, that curates to, it curates to everybody really, but really niches down into the women, and I love listening to it, so I can imagine how much someone that's actually a woman would really like to listen to it. So if you guys have not listened to Let's Do Lunch podcast, do yourself a favor and listen, because they are amazing.
We need more of that.
Yes,
that's cool.
I agree. So speaking of Kristen. We have Kristen and Real Squirrel is in the building, and we have Marie as well. Dustin, what would you say that our tribe be? Who are the people that are listening to our podcast?
It's a great question.
Just bearded beardos that are just drink beer all day and listen and resell junk on the side, or who do you think?
Weirdo with beardos.
The weirdo with beardos?
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Their demographic, their psychographics, what do they do in their daily life, their age range. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. So, all right. So, Randy, we do want to jump in. And, guys, if you have any questions for Randy, put them down in the comments. I mean, we have a guy that he creates brands for a living. So, this would be a perfect opportunity to just figure that out. And then, if you have any content-related questions or anything like that, put it down in the comments. Now is the time. But, Randy, for the people that may want to reach out to you after this, where could be the best place they could find you?
Yeah, and I would say TikTok or Facebook, Thrifting Treasure.
There you go. Yeah,
send
what
me a
social
message.
media do you like the best as personally?
Okay, this will be biased. And I'll be transparent here a little bit. I love TikTok. I was on it for years because, as you know, before that, you had to have a following to get a viral video. Before TikTok, you had to have an audience to get a viral video. So you can create a new TikTok account, post one video, and get millions of views. It's a crazy thing. So I really love that. And now all the platforms have that. I'm giving you a very long answer, but I'm going to say Facebook because they pay. They actually pay very well. TikTok doesn't. They pay the most. They said, hey, look what TikTok's doing. Let's copy that, and we'll pay you. We'll pay you a lot more. The creative fund is insignificant compared to Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
But also the take a monetization out of the picture. I'd say Facebook because the community is a lot richer. It's more engaging, and you're actually able to comment and interact and post images in the comments. On TikTok, you can't have an interaction. It gets buried. So I would say Facebook for sure. TikTok secondary. Yeah,
we're gonna have to get on that, Dustin.
Get on there. Get on Facebook. You change nothing. You're just posting to another platform now.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. So Marie dropped your YouTube channel, so check that out.
Thank you.
In the comments.
Thank you.
So Randy, we do want to go ahead and move on to our first segment of the show, which is overrated, underrated, where we're going to give you 10 different subjects, and you're going to let us know if you're overrated or underrated in your opinion. So without further ado, let's get started. But we do want to give a shout out to the sponsor of our one of the sponsors of our podcast. And that's our good friends over at poppinofftoys.com, one of the best places you can buy Funko Pops. And Randy, you look like a pretty good Funko Pop collector. What's the Funko Pop Randy's Funko Pops collection looking like?
Zero.
Yeah,
I never got
super surprising.
Yeah, I love toys, and I just bought like an Indiana Jones. Maybe I can grab it. Funko Pops. No, they're very cool. They're very cool. Like I just bought this. That's cool.
Oh, that's cool. Idol.
Yeah, I love toys, but no, Funko Pops are cool.
Yeah. Well, for the people, for anyone that might want to purchase a Funko Pop for their significant other or for someone for this coming up holiday, you can go to poppinofftoys.com and use the code NashvilleFlippers, and you're going to receive 10% off. And that also gives us a kickback a little bit. So we do make a little bit of money, and that's going to go towards putting gas in our cars when we go thrifting and feeding Dustin because he likes to eat a lot of tacos when we go, reselling. So it's going to go to a good cost, right, Dustin?
Yep.
Very cool.
Chris is saying, bros, good to see you, Mud.
Absolutely.
Love the show. We're entertaining and old friends, so got to scram. Good to see you, Chris. Glad that you can stop by. So, all right. So let's start off the segment of the show, overrated, underrated. Number 1, and I'll get started here, Dustin. Rounding up at Goodwill, Randy.
Overrated. Never. No, I'm not donating cash.
Starting off hot.
I'm not donating cash. I'm not going to line the executive pockets. That C-suite gets a good percentage of that. Yeah. No, not. The answer is not today. And when you go to 15 thrift stores and you ask that 15 times, not today. Overrated. No. Now they're asking for $1. They're asking for $1 now. They're asking for $1. Would you like to? Not today. Okay. Would you like to round up? Not today. So now it's 25. Is it? Yeah.
So they're rounding up for like they're asking you, would you like to give $1?
Yes. They're like, we're building a community center. Would you like to donate $1 today? And I go, no. They're like, okay, would you like to round up today? No. That's the new thing now. And no.
That's interesting.
I like
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
that I
Get
saw
out of here, man.
I saw a TikTok video where they actually pulled the Goodwill's earnings for
Yeah.
and it was like their I guess it was like not their 1099 or their W-2 for how much they made.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Like
They're-
billions of dollars.
Their financial records are all public, and the amount of dispersion that they do between locations,
Yes.
it's impossible to track. And it's like, a small percentage actually goes to good. They do a lot of good. I'm not going to bash Goodwill. They do a lot of good, but they operate like a corporate enterprise, and they donate a very small percentage to community to maintain a 5013 status with the government. It's just a tax code. So no. Yeah,
There
no
you go.
donating to Goodwill.
There you go, guys. Randy starting off hot. All right, number 2, overrated, underrated, Randy.
Got me angry.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, Mark Zuckerberg?
Yep.
Dang, he gets a lot of hate. I like Mark. I'm gonna put him underrated.
Okay.
I'm gonna put him underrated. I mean,
He's-
Facebook is paying creators, man. That's a cool move. They're paying crazy money.
Really?
I mean, there's creators making 30 grand a month. That you know. 30 grand a month. That's just the start. These are no jokes.
They get in on that.
Yeah,
So
we need to get in on that, Dustin.
I'm telling them underrated because the amount of investments that they're putting into creators, I think that's pretty freaking cool. So I could be biased.
I
But-
like it. I
I'll
like
start
it.
tomorrow.
Oh, there you go. We
Yeah,
have a
you-
page, Dustin. I went ahead and created a page just so our names doesn't get taken. Like I bought the website
Yeah.
and all that stuff. It's just it's just like
It's
empty,
all haunted.
nothing.
Yes.
It's just like MySpace, nothing there.
Next week that'll be
No
different.
background music.
There you go. There you go. All right, moving on. Number 3, Randy, Whatnot.
Oh man, this is a great one. I'm gonna say underrated.
Okay, have you dabbled? Have you sold
ha-
anything on Whatnot?
I have not, but I'm watching it. It's a see if I know we don't have too much time, but it could be the future. Because if you're building let's say you build a product, you go to China and you manufacture it and you introduce it into the world, you got to spend a lot of money on marketing and dollars to keep pushing it out there, right? But it's like selling direct to consumer. It's an interesting thing. Like eBay, you put it on there and you just hope, you cross your fingers, it's out in the ether. You're tapping to eBay's marketplace and their user base, so it's not really yours. You're a middleman.
I see what you're saying.
But
Yeah.
Whatnot, if Whatnot can expand, it could be the normal where it's like I'm going to go on TikTok Live and sell stuff. So you're selling directly to consumers. So I don't know. It's an interesting thing. It's a lot harder if you're selling secondhand goods, I think. But if you're creating a product like Mr. Beast's chocolate, he's selling right to his. He's not doing marketing. He doesn't need to spend marketing. He's spending. Well, he's selling right to his user base already.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to do acquisitions and.
His chocolate is amazing, by the way.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty
The-
good.
So, Randy, I think I've heard this before, and correct me if I'm wrong, and Dustin, let me know. I don't know if you heard this or not, but eBay is also starting to do live auctions.
They mentioned that.
They're slowly rolling it out. I
I
mean,
haven't seen that.
I say slowly rolling it out, but we're still waiting on instant payments on eBay, so it could be like 10 years from now.
Instant payments.
Randy is pounding his fist at the
I hate
camera.
best offer on eBay. I digress. But yeah.
But what about this live auctioning on eBay?
eBay their convention, their eBay convention a month ago. They did release that is coming. That was one of the biggest things that they really hyped up at this convention. So it looks like it's the future. Maybe 5-10 years it becomes a pretty industry standard. So if you have an audience by that point, it could be very powerful. It could be very powerful. It's the same premise as like, yeah. It could be powerful. I think there's a future in it.
Man, 5 years from now, who knows what the landscape of reselling could be.
Right.
It's going to be wild. Got to get with the times.
Yep.
All right.
Virtual reality thrift store, a VR
It
thrift
could
store.
be
Everything's
in the
digital.
metaverse.
Yeah, it's a metaverse thrift store. That's not even a real item anymore.
Yeah.
Nutty.
All right, moving on. Number 4, Dustin.
Overrated, underrated. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Oh, underrated. Those things are so good.
Yep.
And Smucker's changed the game. You can make it like a Smucker's. You can cut the crust off. You can get a stamp on Amazon and it doesn't hit the cent. Yeah, they're underrated, man. Mm-hmm. I really suggest everybody becomes a peanut butter jelly sandwich one time in their life to really appreciate what it's like to be one. That's just me, though. Yeah. Personality thing. You know, I've gained brand talks, and I go, my name is Randy Lewis, and I like peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And on the big screen, it's just a big picture of me and that peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And at the very end, I'll do a Q&A with the audience, and someone's like, man, I love that peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And the girl's like, I hated that. I didn't get it. And I'm like, you're not for me. It's a personality thing, you know. I tie that in the talk, and I go, a brand will serve everybody, and that's okay. I would love to hang out with you, though. You know, the gentleman that loved it. But
there we go.
Yeah, underrated, man.
Randy, for the people that may not know what you're talking about, we have a picture that we can possibly pull up. I'm looking for the video right now as we speak, but I don't know if there's a picture somewhere.
Oh, it's a great.
Or if you have it on your computer, we can share it.
I might be able to just throw it on my phone. It to me. It's on my hard drive. Let me. Come on, there it is. There it is.
Look at that. That's him as a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
There it is. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich on the face.
Let's go.
Yes. There you go.
Personality. Right. Embrace it. It's okay.
Embrace it, baby. Now, are you putting peanut butter down first? The jelly down first? What are we doing here, Randy?
So you're under hot lights. So it was peanut butter first. If I remember right. Peanut butter first. Because the jelly melted quicker than the peanut butter. It would run really quick.
Oh, man, yeah. Do you have the picture still, Randy?
Yes.
Let's put you in the big mode here.
Oh, there you go. Like better quality too.
Me.
That's me.
There it is.
There we go. Look at that.
There it is.
Peanut butter and jelly, baby.
I'm actually laying down, but it looks like I'm standing. It's a trick.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. Getting the bread to stay on the ears was a challenge.
I didn't think about that. Okay. Look at this man. Thinking of everything. All right.
Well,
moving on, funny. Randy.
Can't believe that came up. It's great.
Number 5. Selling rock band stuff. Overrated, underrated?
Yeah. Underrated. I think there's a lot of it that's super valuable, a lot that's not valuable. You need to understand the distinction between the two, because you can find the valuable ones, and they go for big money. And I think a lot of people get intimidated because of the size, but the drums break down and collapse to a very manageable size is super easy, and a lot of the guitar hills break off at the handle, so you can just fold them. And stay away from the Wii ones; those typically don't go for good money. The Xbox ones don't do good. It's like it's the latest and the greatest. The Xbox 4, the PS4, those ones that go for money. So underrated, because so many people skip them, but
don't skip them. Don't skip them.
Just look them up.
Moving on, number 6, Dustin.
Number 6, overrated, underrated, dressing up for Halloween as an adult.
Underrated. If you're that adult goes, I'm 30, I don't dress up for Halloween. Screw you, man. You could be 80 years old and dress up and have fun, embrace yourself. Personality, embrace it. Don't care what other people think.
What's your go-to Halloween costume, Randy?
So I have this, is it a chicken or I can't remember. It's been a while. It's a chicken that you put on. It looks like you're sitting on a chicken.
Oh, those are
with
the
your
best.
feet.
Those are the best.
I love that. I love that one. Yeah.
That's what Ken SSK promo. He probably likes that one too. Ken likes the regular nose and the mustache with the glasses.
They're classic. You don't see that anymore.
No, he's a classic guy.
That used to be the number one costume.
There you go. Halloween costumes underrated. There you go.
Classic King.
Oh, peanut butter and jelly. Here we go with the music notes. Peanut butter, and jelly. Hand out
Yeah.
candy to adults too. Oh, you got to.
Yeah. Yeah. Come
Handing
on.
out PB&J's
Come on.
tomorrow. PB&J's handed out to
Are
everybody.
you gonna hand out PB&Js tomorrow, Dustin?
I love that.
I'm gonna carry
Yes.
them around in
Yes.
my IKEA bag when we go.
Crustables. I call it
Hand 'em out.
Smuckers, didn't it? Yeah.
There
I
you
love
go.
it.
All right, moving on. Number 7, reselling clothing. Randy.
Underrated. I'm gonna say underrated. Underrated. You know, it's not the most. It could be for video wise. It can be hard to create entertaining content on clothing. It can be done, but I think there's so much money to be made that there's so much money. It's underrated because it's like it takes up no inventory. You can buy it super cheap, and the ROI is huge. So it's underrated.
I got to get better at clothing. I know
Yeah.
Kristen, her rural squirrel, she goes to the Goodwill bins and buys them by the pound, and she
Wow.
finds crazy great
Wow.
stuff there.
Yeah,
So,
that's great.
we have Ken is saying, "See, I told you, big nose and glasses. It's a classic."
Yeah, before the internet, that was the internet. It was the comedy, you know.
That's hilarious. Oh, all right, moving on. Number 8, Dustin.
Number 8, overrated, underrated. Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. I'm not gonna pretend I know that. Oh. I'm about to
Ant-Man.
get Ant-Man. Oh, I've never seen that movie.
You've
Oh,
never
Paul Rudd,
seen?
okay.
Well, Paul
I never
Rudd.
seen-
Okay. Clueless. He was Clueless.
Okay.
What other movie has Paul Rudd been in, Dustin?
Couldn't even tell you.
Overrated.
Overrated.
Because I don't know him. He's hyped
Okay.
up. I don't know the guy. I could be
Okay.
totally wrong. Ant-Man. Out of all the superheroes, an ant? I don't know. I never seen it, so I could be totally. I could be totally wrong here.
What's your favorite superhero? I'm gonna get a really niche answer from Randy right here.
I know. I was like, "Is this a superhero?" And I'm like, "It sure damn is Terminator."
Terminator.
Yeah,
I
Terminator.
don't- well,
Yeah.
robot from the
I'm
future.
pushing here, maybe.
I love those
Superhero.
movies though, Randy. They get really messy, you know,
Yeah.
the whole lore. But I'm a big Terminator fan as well.
Yeah, Terminator's
Huge
pretty cool.
Terminator fan.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. I'm trying to pull up the. Here we go. For the people that are curious, Paul Rudd. This is 40. He was in Ghostbusters. Have you seen the new Ghostbusters?
No. No.
This is the end. That's a good movie. Good
When they
movie.
did the all-female cast, they killed me, man.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
one's
it
better though. This one's better.
Like, what are they doing? They make a female cast and then another movie? Like, you're just pushing. You're
I think they
reaching.
completely like if you watch this one has no connection to the female one.
Wow.
It's like the female one didn't even exist. It doesn't even
That's-
Like,
exist.
that one's
I
more
see.
connection to the originals.
Got it. So that's what I like. Tap into the story. I don't just. It's 2023. Maybe I'm just an
Yeah.
old man.
Anchorman. He was in Anchorman.
Okay.
Classic.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, underrated. We're not home runs here.
Yeah. That's
Anchorman was good. That's like a 7 good.
Romeo and he was in Romeo and Juliet. Interesting.
Really?
Okay.
Huh.
Oh, that's a classic.
I Could Never Be Your Woman. A little romantic comedy there. So there you go.
Yeah.
What everybody in the chat? What is your favorite Paul Rudd movie?
Probably
So I'll
Sausage
put that
Party.
in there. Sausage Party. There you go. We have Side Hustle Preachers in the building. Good to see you, Side Hustle Preacher. Glad that you can stop by. Let's see here. Walking around with their kids hours in the okay. All right. So moving on. Last one here. Overrated, underrated. Oh, and this isn't the last one. My fault. Number 9, flea markets.
Underrated.
Okay.
Underrated. Yeah.
Is there a lot of flea markets in the Los Angeles area?
Yeah, there's
You
a
got that
lot.
big one, right? The Rose Bowl one, right?
I haven't been to a flea market around here. I moved to California like 7 years ago, 6 years. I've never been to a flea market around here. I'm
Ooh, I bet they're
slacking.
good. I bet they're good.
I
You
bet
check 'em
you. I need to. And matters of fact, I'm writing this down. Go to flea markets. I'm going to go to flea markets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially being so close to like Mexico. I bet a bunch
Yeah.
of people like bring stuff over and I bet
Yeah.
it's really good. And I bet that's all they do is flea markets.
Yeah, I need to get on that. Cash, I love it. Cowboy boots are huge on here. Cowboy boots.
Oh, I bet.
Ooh, I just bought some cowboy boots, some Tecovas the other day.
Nice. To resell?
Yeah. No, just for me.
I heard that in your voice. That wasn't a reselling voice. That
No,
was like,
that's for me.
that's for me voice.
That's for me. Now I gotta get some vintage Pearl Snap Wrangler, Wrangler
Dang.
shirts, and I'm ready to rock and roll.
Pearls.
Justin.
Legit.
Cowboy hat.
Change
Too.
your name to the Cowboy Flipper. So
Overrated. Yeah,
overrated
overpriced.
and
Yeah.
overpriced. Okay,
Yeah.
might be a little different, I guess, depending on where
depends.
you are.
Sure.
Because
Yeah, I need to check it out.
Dustin and I, we went to the Nashville flea market, and everyone goes there. It's like you buy the realtors buy their furniture there. Like it's a big thing. And then we went to Lebanon, Tennessee, which is like a little hick town with their little flea market. And dude, you can literally they have peacocks there. You could buy anything you want
Animals, goats,
Wow.
pigs, chickens, roosters.
A peacock. I've been looking for one of those.
there. There you go. I know where you can buy
Thought
one.
about it. Thought about something. Could you imagine?
What? They're cool looking animals.
Yeah.
Mother
All right.
Nature is crazy.
Moving on, number 10, last one, Dustin. What we got?
Overrated, underrated. TikTok.
I'm gonna go underrated. Wait. TikTok. I'm gonna stick with underrated.
Underrated.
Yeah.
I know, Randy, you're getting to a point too where you said you have over 100,000 following you.
Yeah.
I know with us we have over not to brag, 200,000, but we're getting to a point to where they literally do not show our videos. Period.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we're like, no matter what it is, and it is what it is by this point.
Yeah.
It's just somewhere where I can repurpose put it on TikTok and then just repurpose it everywhere else.
No, I noticed that too. I think the algorithm constantly changes. It's futile to try to keep up with it. It's like post a video, forget about it. Look at the analytics, maybe look at the comments, like what do people really like about it, but you just move forward. Like I'll post a video and forget about it.
Yeah.
I'll analyze it.
For new people that are getting on there, I think what it does is for, someone that's not experienced with TikTok that has a low following, they'll boost your videos because they want you to stay on the platform. They're like, oh man, I got a video that hit 1 million views. You're going to continue to make content for that platform. So I think that's what's going on. So,
yeah.
All right. Let's see. What is Marie saying here? Some of the storage auction peeps do flea markets in Cali. At the end of the day, they give a ton of the stuff away. There you go.
That makes sense.
There
Yeah.
you go. And Randy curious as why the hesitation on TikTok.
If I overrated, that's a great question. I was trying to think is it overrated at this time with YouTube Shorts and Facebook Reels and all these other platforms? It's like they're supporting the content creators. TikTok's not supporting content creators anymore. They're taking all this ad revenue and keeping it for themselves. So that's what I was trying to overrated, underrated because they're the one that set the whole precedent where you can have a brand new account and be viral. That was 100% impossible before TikTok. So I give them their benefit, but at this time and age, they need to stand with the creators now. TikTok Pulse was supposed to come out where they share ad revenue with the creators, but that hasn't come out yet.
Mm-hmm. They need to because or else it's dying. I know that TikTok they'll that is where trends are born. I still think that's where the public, that's where pop culture is TikTok right now. I think that's the only thing that's still thriving TikTok.
Yeah.
And if that wasn't the case, then all the other creators will move away. Now, I know that one of the people for a person that, Randy can probably second this, for a person that does TikToks and makes short form content, I always tell people that ask me, what is the one thing that you should do? Show your face.
Yes.
So, and like you said, give them your personality. These brands are going to come knocking to people that show their face. If you have 500,000 followers and you never show their face, you're not going to make any money with brand deals because they don't know who you are.
And Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. And to add on to that, it's like then all you have is followers. You don't actually have any fans. So if you introduce a product or a service, they're not going to buy from you. But if you provide value entertainment for years and you provide your service or product and you have actual fans, they're going to want to support you with their time and attention and their
There you
money.
go.
That will
There you
follow.
go.
Reciprocity. You help me, I help you. So yeah, personality. Don't hide your face. So many people. I'm scared to be judged. I'm scared I'll mess up and people will judge me and they won't like me because I want to be for everybody. I want to be nice to everybody. You know, it's like no. No. You know.
This is a great question from Ken. If you were
Yeah.
starting as a creator and could only focus on one platform, what would it be?
MySpace.
Facebook or YouTube.
You think
Facebook
Facebook is going to be around for the long haul?
I do. Because they're taking care of the creators. It's the only platform. YouTube does too. Facebook is taking care of them. So no platform has done that. Unless you're YouTube and you have millions and millions of followers, then they take care of you. Then you get like a little manager and something, you know, because you've built a giant audience. But no, Facebook. If you're trying to start now, go on Facebook. But go on all of them. Don't just pigeonhole yourself on one platform. But if you're starting, go on Facebook.
Okay, that's
But
good. I know
Cross-post
that
still.
once we do get our Facebook up and going, Dustin, there is a way for us to also have our show simultaneously stream on YouTube and Facebook at the same time.
That's
I know that
pretty
you can do so. The podcast could be on multiple places at one
Gotcha.
time when it's live. But there you go. Marie's saying I'm with Dustin. MySpace
Yeah.
and Friendster.
And reselling content specifically does the best on Facebook.
Do you think it's because of the age?
Yes, demographics. It all goes back to who's your target audience. Demographic and psychographics. The type of person on TikTok is probably 25 and under, around that age. Someone on Facebook is like 25 to 55. It's like, oh, so you get like those older people that are like they understand your mindset and what you're doing. They're not going to attack you. They're going to support you and be there with you. Yeah, of course, you always get the people when you go viral on TikTok, you get attacked. Whew. Viral on Facebook, you get attacked, but it's marginal attacks.
Gotcha.
It's
Those comments
more
on
support.
TikTok.
Oh my
True.
God.
But
Oh
I
my God.
tell you what though,
Poorly.
it makes your skin thick, and then
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
else, it's like, man, I've been on TikTok. It's like that's
Yeah.
nothing.
And it's not even that. You're stealing from the poor and all these misguided. It's totally misguided. It's anybody knows that what they're saying is it makes no sense. So you come up with empathy and you go, man, that's not a happy person. And for them to actually think that way, damn, I feel bad because that's going to be a hard life. They're going to learn hard life lessons and they're going to be broke probably for a long time. And they're going to struggle. And it's like, I feel bad for them because you don't wake up that angry and attack people. So
Exactly.
gotta have a thick
Marie's
skin
saying,
too.
Marie's saying you can stream, you can do that with StreamYard Ray, stream to Facebook. So okay, that's good. And then Rural Squirrel saying, my mom is 75 is on Facebook all day long. Mama
Hey, so
Squirrel
is
on
my
Facebook.
grandmother. She's up there, and
Dude.
she loves it.
Yeah. Grandmas are
Let's
some of
see.
my biggest supporters
Yeah.
on Facebook.
I
Yeah.
don't see what they're doing there for so long. I mean, how many pictures of their grandkids can they
It's
see?
their gossip.
Reels. It's TikTok. There's Facebook Reels. It's with a whole other world on Facebook now. It's not your page and your post or your friends or your messages. It's Reels from your friends, and then it has a For You page too. That's where they're at.
Huh. Okay.
That's where they're at. Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
YouTube
All right.
doing the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh. Okay. That's changing my long-term strategy here, Randy.
Yeah.
I
Message
got
me
a
outside of
lot to
this.
think about. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. We can talk
For sure.
about it.
So, all right. So, Randy, that concludes Overrated, Underrated. Thank you so much for playing. And Dustin, do you have a tip of the week this week?
Maybe,
What you got?
kinda. Tip of the week. This is kind of for someone or other people that either don't have a lot of inventory but want to boost sales. Perhaps a trick I like to use is I like to end an item or say get 5 items you want to end that either is about to renew and sell as or relist new item. Don't sell a similar or sell similar item actually, not relist, because then it doesn't trigger the algorithm. So if you sell similar, it's acting as if it's listing a new item.
Oh,
So
okay.
kind of help you
Smart.
out if you're low on inventory.
There you go.
I did that
Smart.
during COVID, and when we couldn't go sourcing a lot, and that helped a lot.
Okay. There you go. That's a great tip. Guys, that's Dustin's tip of the week. Brought to you by our good friends over at stickerwise.com, the best place to get stickers. And you use the code FLIPPERS, you're going to get 10% off. Randy, we need some Thrifting Treasure stickers.
Wow, I think you're right.
You know, get you some nice little, they got this new little, this is their holographic one. We just got that.
Awesome.
So
Great
check
pricing.
that out.
Great pricing.
Great pricing. And if you use the code FLIPPERS, you get 10% off. And then, Randy, it's free shipping.
Whoa. I like it.
Flippers.
So
Sticker
check
flippers.
that out. What's that?
Sticker flippers.
Sticker flippers. There you go.
Maybe that's
There you
going
go.
to be our new niche. Flip stickers.
Flip stickers. I wonder if there's anything. You think stickers, like vintage stickers, flip?
Just unlock.
You think they resell?
They gotta be. They have to.
Look at my photo.
They
They
have
gotta be,
to.
right? Maybe like
Pretty good.
old advertising, you know, like corn or trucker advertising or something like that.
Yeah, old stickers. Yeah, it's funny. Everything sells.
Now
Isn't
we're
that
all
funny?
curious. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Kristen Real Squirrel saying that they go to the coffee shop and gossip. They gossip on Facebook.
Yeah.
So,
Oh man.
Kristen saying,
Not bad. Okay.
Say, wait, message me too. # teach me. There we go. We can give a whole course, Randy, on Facebook. Ray, after you contact Randy, I'll contact you. We'll love this info. Oh, well, I'll be the man that relays the information for sure. This
So-
grandma can't drink coffee at 1 p.m. anyways. She'll be up all night. Side Hustle Preacher says, are they easy to peel? Mine are not easy to peel. I wonder, what are you talking about there, Side Hustle Preacher? I just ordered new stickers last week with your code. There you go. All right. So thank you for that, Kristen. Any luck there, Dustin, with the stickers?
I did the most expensive one.
What was the most expensive sticker
So,
that sold?
A lot of 850 vintage stickers, decal lot, Ozzy, Billy Idol, Iron Maiden, all that stuff. So for $1,250.
Someone wants their childhood back. They had those stickers as a kid, I bet.
Crazy is,
Yeah.
anybody want to guess how much a vintage 1985 Garbage Pail Kids original first series wax pack box sold for?
Is it sealed?
Sealed.
How
1,000.
much?
$34,600.
Wow. That's someone's salary right there. And
So
Yeah.
I am holding all the Pokemon stuff. I got sealed
Yeah.
that's crazy.
for like 2075.
Adam Bomb, if you guys are listening, Adam Bomb is the one that you need to look out for. The card, Adam Bomb, Garbage Pail Kid, the vintage one. That's like the
Yeah.
Charizard. So if you see that at the thrift store or wherever, look for that. Let's see here. Squirrel is saying vintage Lisa Frank stickers are money. That's interesting.
Yes.
Vintage stickers are a great flip. I had Garbage Pail stickers on my bedroom wall. So there you go. There you go. All right.
Yeah.
So Randy, we're moving on to the next segment of the show. We call it Skip or Flip. We're going to show you 3 items that recently sold on eBay. And then in your opinion, would you skip or flip? All right. So first one here, and Dustin hasn't looked at these, and everyone in the chat, let us know what you would do. So first one up, Randy, we have this Masters Golf.
Ah,
Looks like,
I saw his
what do you call
TikTok.
this, Dustin?
Oh, that's a badge. It's a
Yeah.
pass, maybe.
What are we thinking? What were we thinking here? 1997, Dustin.
Oh, that's to here. Fucking tap. Oh, that's a flip all day.
What was the year? What was that year, Dustin?
That was the year
What was the
Tiger won
significance of that?
Masters. I believe that was this. Oh yeah, I already know. Yep.
Okay.
Gotta
Okay.
it's a,
money.
a master's
couldn't
pass. I
So
just
like
saw this-
Dustin was saying,
yeah.
that's the year that Tiger Woods won the Masters, Dustin?
Yeah, I can't remember if it was first one or not. I can't remember.
Would have to be his first one, right? 97?
Yeah.
So Randy, what were you saying? I'm sorry?
Oh, okay, so would it flip or skip?
Yeah.
Okay, so honestly, this is something I would skip. I would overlook it. But I saw the guy's TikTok, the golf guy, where this came from, and I crapped my pants. So I would skip it. But now that I know, I wouldn't.
You would flip it.
I would flip
'Cause
it.
now you know how much this is worth.
I would have skipped it. I would have no freaking idea. Spill the beans. Let them know. Let the people know.
Marie is saying flip. Alan is saying flip. Ken is flipping. And Real Squirrel is saying, if I found that at a Benz, I would definitely look it up. It's even priced for you. It does say price $100, but this did recently sell. I'm sure, Dustin, you flipping, right?
I'm definitely flipping. It's got to be thousands of dollars.
Wow.
So, Randy, if you didn't know how much this costs, and you said, I'm going to take a chance on this, how much would you be willing to pay for it?
God, I would be pressed at $5.
Okay.
I would think I would overlook it and just think it's a name. I'm being honest, like it's a name tag. I would probably just not even give it a second thought.
Okay. All right. So this Masters 1997 badge just sold on eBay for $559.
Oh, damn.
I couldn't believe it. I can't think of the guy.
Lot.
I can't think of a creator just found this. Did you see his video?
I did. So that's why I did this.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I love about. Yeah. You
we
learn
do
so
want to
much.
go ahead and
we'll take Masters win.
Gosh.
Wait, did someone get that graded?
Yeah, you can get them graded. So these are all Masters badges, not necessarily the one from 1997.
Yeah.
But as you can see, there's some from 1990s or 1974. They're $100, $140, $200, $500. Oh, I don't know. What is this one? 8 original badges. Wow.
Hey, Ray, let's look up the 20. I'm curious. 2019 Masters badge.
2019.
The year when Tiger made that comeback and won.
That's incredible.
Won the Masters in.
$239, Dustin.
So basically, any of them that Tiger has won is the ones to flip.
$300. I'm sure, like any significance of during whatever happened at the Masters, like any big.
Yeah, this Tiger has it. It's like, I mean, you can get a couple of it. Like, I mean, what was it? Patrick Reed won of the Masters. I know,
Yeah. Yeah. Probably just the ones for Tiger Woods. So, Randy, what are your thoughts about this?
Yeah, incredible. That's what I love about reselling. There's just thousands of items that you would just completely think are worthless, even after years of doing it. And this was an item I would have skipped, and it just baffles me what type of items can sell for. Because everybody would overlook this unless you specifically knew. The average person. That's why there's some items that are so that everybody knows is valuable and everybody overprices them. But there's items like this where there's thousands of items like this, so you just need to know them. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dustin. Don't you have to win like a lottery to even buy a ticket to the Masters? Is that correct?
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Like you won't let they won't let anybody like in. Like you have to have a lottery. Like you have, and they're cheap. I think the tickets are like cheap, right, Dustin?
The food's cheap there and everything.
Huh.
Yeah, like a pimento cheese sandwich is like what, $2?
Yep. $3 beers or something like that.
Is that because no one would come if they didn't do that? That's just a joke.
Oh no, that's how they always been.
That's just a joke.
It is a funny joke. It is a funny joke. So there you have it, guys.
Yeah.
Any Masters badges that you might see out in the wild, look them up. So
Crazy.
Masters anything is always worth looking up. So
crazy.
For sure. All right. So moving on, Randy. Let's see. You're 1 for 1. So let's see what you got here on the next one. Oh shoot! Did I lose it? Oh.
And someone found that for $1 at an estate sale, if I remember correctly. Can't remember his name.
Crazy? Yeah.
Yeah. It was a whole bunch of them too, hanging on the wall, just in the big line. And he's a golf expert, so I can't think of his name. Wish I could. He's a great reseller, but he's a golf
I
guy.
might have saved it. If I have it, I'll put it down in the comments. So, all right. With the spirit of Halloween, Randy, we have here.
Yeah. Ooh. I love Halloween.
Ghostface mask.
Aha. Oh yeah. I'm buying that. Flip or skip. flipping that. That's the one
It
to
does
look
say
for.
Fun World.
Yes, flipping.
And that's all white too.
Oh, I believe that's the rare one, the white one, and that is pristine too.
So what are you paying?
Wow.
What are you paying for this, Randy?
Man, I would pay up
Randy's losing it over this one.
hundreds. I'd pay hundreds, $300. You know,
$300.
Dang.
Yeah.
Randy's paying up. Randy, what do you
If I saw that tag, it wouldn't scare me. You know.
So $300. You're paying $300. What are you looking to flip it for?
If I remember correctly, these go for 1,800, 21, 1,500 around that range.
Okay.
If I remember correctly,
no brainer.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but
Okay.
The white one I remember being like, because I just found a screen mask. I did research.
Mm-hmm. So Dustin, what are you doing?
I'm definitely picking it up.
Picking it up,
$20,
flipping
25.
Here we go. SSK promo is saying, do they make all white ones? Question mark.
Exactly.
They were rare from what I remember. That they did. They definitely did.
Ken is saying he's skipping.
Woo!
So he's in the minority here. Alan,
I hope I'm not wrong.
We have Maria's flipping. We have Grayly Vlogs is flipping. Does it glow? I don't know if it glows or not. Squirrel is saying flipping, and Justin is flipping. It's for nuns.
Fake
That's
blood
hilarious.
I can't wait to see the price.
All right, so this screen mask, and for the people listening at home, it's the screen mask, but it has a white hood instead of a black hood. Randy is saying that this is the rare one.
I think.
He thinks. So this screen mask just sold on eBay for $3,400 at bids.
Man. Isn't that crazy?
So this, like Randy was saying, this is the rare one. So the white one is the one that you need to look out for.
Yeah.
It's the rare one. So...
You know what's funny too is everybody knows about Scream, but no one knows about the white. I never knew there was a white mask until you do research on Scream masks. You know, like why? Why was this one so rare?
I don't know.
Man,
I don't know why Scream masks are worth that much, anyways.
it's the original ones that can go for crazy money.
Yeah,
and I think they were made before the movie was popular, so those ones are the crazy ones.
I got you.
I know. And then after that, they've made so many. Companies made so many. Like there's some masks that smells like vanilla, and those are the expensive ones. It has like a vanilla smell. There's like hundreds of these masks, different variations, different companies, because there's no license rights to a specific vendor. So there's so many reproductions. So
I think maybe the Fun World one is the one. The brand is the one that you need to look out for.
Yeah, Fun World.
Yeah. Guys, in the comments, if anybody has bought any or come across any of these in the past. So side hustle preacher is saying because the Scream Nuns variation didn't make the cut. So I guess it's for the nuns. Okay, so I thought that was a joke there, preacher. So interesting.
Yeah.
The more you know. So all right, Randy. So we got the last one here. Sticking again with the Halloween theme. This is kind of like a Halloween theme episode, I guess. Happy Halloween for the people listening at home.
Yeah.
So here we have, let us know. Here we have this little skeleton man. It looks like it's a little decoration that you can put on a table. So it's like a little skeleton with a tuxedo and a top hat, has a little cane, and I'm sure if you hit the button, it starts dancing back and forth, moves his hips back and forth. So here we have a tag. It says, lifelike motion city of Halloween, animated and illuminated figures by Telco.
Telco. I've sold some Telco.
Come on, preacher. You got to let us know. He says it was a joke. LOL. Oh, okay.
No.
There we go.
I was believing you. That was the good.
No, me too. Me too. So,
okay, Halloween. Halloween items is like a category I do very well on. You know, Jimmy, it's a great brand. Department 56, Lee Max. And I've noticed like very vintage, obscure Halloween items from like 30 plus years ago from like crazy, weird brands. They can do well. Some don't, some do. It's a weird thing. So I always take a gamble on these things. I'm thinking it's worth $150, $150, I'm gonna flip it.
So you think it's worth $150?
I'm guessing
So
from
you're flipping
experience.
it.
Yeah, I'm flipping it.
Okay. What are you paying? What are you paying for it, Randy?
Something like this, I find at a garage sale or estate sale, it's typically $5 to $10. So I'll pay $10 to gamble on this one.
So you're hoping you're paying $5 for this to get 100?
Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Dustin?
I'll probably pass on this because I don't know. I would never know what it is. Never came
You would
across that
pass
brand
on?
or nothing.
Okay. So you're skipping.
Yep, probably skipping, but then I'm gonna regret it. So yeah.
All right. So Marie's saying flip. Side hustle preacher saying I don't sell Halloween stuff, and then Kristen Real Squirrel is saying flip, and then Vlogs is saying skip, and side hustle preacher saying looks like a Dollar General version. Okay. And let's see. I collect Halloween stuff for free. All right. So you still skipping or are you still flipping, Randy?
Yeah. I saw a lot of Halloween stuff, so I'm going with it.
Okay. All right. And Dustin's skipping. So
yeah, in my mind, it's a gamble buy.
you're paying to learn.
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
I love that.
So Ken is saying, I said pick up animated figures, try not to pay much, and in case they don't work. That's
Smart.
good. All right. So this skeleton figure just sold on eBay for $475.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, a bit, told you.
Telco. Yeah, Telco. That's what really amazing. And I couldn't. Yeah, that's crazy.
So like you were saying, Randy, Telco, just like Gemma or Jemmy, excuse me,
Yeah.
is another brand to look out for.
Yep.
So some are worth more than others, but
yeah.
they're usually pretty good flips.
Yeah. And it's always ugly, small, looks cheaply made because it's from the 80s, rightfully so.
Yeah.
But those things bring in money. Yeah, it's crazy.
Dustin,
and
I
the
feel
old
like
me
your
would have
parents
said no.
have some of this.
Definitely not.
No. What were you saying, Randy? Sorry.
I said the old me, like the old new reseller, would have said, nah, it looks cheaply, dinkly. But after selling, like, I would say, like, my top 5 items, Halloween is one of them. Like my top 3, I would say. It's like I've been so surprised what actually sells for crazy ass money. So unbelievable.
The devil one is the one to look for.
Wow.
Gorilla one.
Wow.
I mean, Telco, baby. Put that on your Bolo list, guys.
Love it.
People listening at home, Telco.
Yeah, I've sold Telco Christmas. I didn't know they did Halloween, so that's awesome.
Look at this guy. Phantom of the Opera.
Man. Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that face. A face only a mother could love, Dustin.
And this is an item that a thrift store would have and everybody would overlook it, even experienced resellers. So I love items like that. And the thrift store employee would be like, yeah, it's just cheap. Nah, it's $5.
Yep. That's something that they would not look up. Just
No.
put it on the shelf.
Yeah, no.
That's exactly right.
Might need to hit up Goodwill this week.
Yep, that's right. Let's see
Wow.
here. Ken is saying sold a ton of Lee Max Halloween items this year. Okay, Lee Max.
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with that.
Lee Max. Huge. Department. Lee Max, yeah. Huge. And they sell quick. You're not sitting on that.
Lee Max Halloween? I'm curious to see what it is.
Yeah. Lee Max Spooky Town.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
I class just the box. The heart those doors are becoming known now.
Say that I'm
a lot of
losing
people
you,
are like,
Randy.
it's Halloween.
I think you were lagging.
Uh-oh.
You were lagging a little bit. What'd you say?
Am I back? Oh, I said Lee Max is an item a lot of people are picking up on now, garage sales and thrift stores, because it used to be, it's just some Halloween decoration. No, who cares? Oh, it's freaking it's December, Halloween's it's December, Halloween's over, price it cheap. But a lot of people know those sell quick now. It's harder to find.
Okay.
Before the pandemic, I would find them all the time. Like I'd go to a thrift store and buy like 20 of them on a shelf.
That's
Those
crazy.
are the good
it's
days.
crazy how like 2 years has changed so much.
Massively changed. Thrift stores are different now. Way different. Way different. Before the
Side Hustle
pandemic,
Preacher says, yeah. Side Hustle Preacher said, I did find some Denver Broncos socks in the Halloween section at Goodwill. I guess their season this year is scary. Now that's a joke. That's a joke. So there you go, guys. So that, Randy, that was Skip or Flip. What'd you think about that segment of the show?
that was awesome. I learned.
We all
I learned a
learned
lot
something
already.
today, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Randy. So we're getting down into the nitty gritty. Thank you so much for coming on. We do have one more question for you, and then we're going to let you go. And we ask this question of everyone that comes on the show. So, what are Randy's Thrifting Treasures goals for this year? Personal
Wow.
goals,
Whew.
business goals, reseller goals. What is something that you have written down in your notebook? You know, maybe you wake up and you wrote it on your mirror and you look at it every day and you're like, this is what I'm going to do this year. Even if it doesn't have to do with reselling related, maybe Randy wants to run a marathon, or maybe he wants to learn how to crochet or drive a stick shift car, you know, something like that. Like, what are some of
Yeah.
your goals?
Actually, yeah. They're very very top level goals. It's very basic, right? I got 3 goals. Keep my girlfriend happy. That's the most important thing. And I'm trying to make my creative agency and reselling a 6-figure business, 2 6-figure business. So that's pretty much my 2 main goals.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So that's just bringing on more creative people, or what does that look like?
Yeah. So it's tough, right? Because man, it's tough. I never thought content creation would be taken off like this. So I have a creative agency, so it's a fight for time. So, man, if I can build them both into 6-figure businesses, then I would be happy. So that would be hiring employees. So on the creative side agency, scaling is hiring. On the reselling, I'm trying to scale with content.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a different thing. So just trying to make two separate 6-figure businesses is my goal for this year. Next year,
now,
I should say.
Randy, I'm starting to ask people this because this is always, you know, we have people on here that are reseller / content creators, right?
Yeah.
So what's more important to you, the reselling or the content creation? Is it one of the same? Is it 2 different things? Because a lot of people that have YouTube channels or TikToks or whatever, they use reselling as the vehicle for them to be a YouTuber or a TikToker or whatever. You know, like, it's very rare that you see somebody that's a reseller that is just doing content to be able to provide value for other people, just strictly for that. A lot of people, I feel, is that their motivation to reselling is to become a YouTuber or a TikToker, or have that become a content creator and not necessarily a reseller, you know?
Right. Yeah. I think both work. I think for me it was, I'm just going to create content for and expect that in return. And what I found for me, I don't know, like now, is I didn't get to create content so much. It was just document what I'm doing. So as I'm enjoying it more, I'm putting more eggs in that basket. And if I'm putting more eggs in that basket, it has to make sense financially. So that's why that has to hit 6 figures for me to.
Okay.
That's a goal of mine, a monetization goal.
Your content creation is hitting 6 figures
With the reselling mixed together.
with the okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
because before creating content, I never thought it'd be possible to get paid to create content. I didn't think that was an actual thing. It was just create content and build an audience and give out value and get value back. It was like a mutual thing, and I'll just document what I'm doing. So it's growing. So I'm like, it's perking me a little bit. I'm kind of wishy-washy with that answer, but it's pretty much where I'm at.
It's an interesting answer. It's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Because some people are just like, I'm a reseller. I just document what I do. If I make money reselling content, that's good. But the money, like you were saying, Facebook money is good. You know, like, wow, maybe I'm making more money content than reselling stuff. You know, it's it's weird. You know, it's almost like leaving your wife behind to go chase the mistress, and maybe the mistress is always going to be there. You know.
Yeah, and that's why it's like, as the world changes, things are evolving. You kind of just go with the flow. Start loving content, and then the platform starts paying for content. All right, put more eggs into that basket. And once you spend a lot of time doing it, then you should be compensated for that, or have a plan to be compensated for that. And some people might feel that's disingenuous or not genuine. Oh, I should never get paid for content. I'm just going to give it life for free and all this stuff. But it's like, yeah, there's a right way and wrong way to do it. I think you should be compensated for your time.
Okay.
That's my perspective.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, that's it, Randy. Thank you so much for coming on. If anybody has any further questions, of course, you can put them down in the chat or contact Randy, Facebook or TikTok. The link's down below. Any other questions for us, Randy, or anything that you may have questions before we get off?
Oh man, no, I'm just saying keep up the great work. Thank you for having me on. It was great to actually talk with you. I've always seen you guys' content. I love it all the time. The bins, no one's creating content like you on the bins. And I will say, get on Facebook because I know your content will do very well. And thank you for having me.
Get on that. Well, it's been a pleasure, Randy, for sure. Ken is saying, really enjoyed the show. Didn't know Randy before tonight. Looking forward to watching his content. So there you go. There you go. Ken has a very
likewise, my friend.
A very sense of humor that he needs to create content. It's just, here's a question for you, Randy. For a person that has so many ideas about creating content and they don't necessarily make the content, or people want to make the content, what advice do you give those people that are like, I want to do it, I have all these ideas, they're not doing it? Like,
yes.
Give us some advice.
My direct advice for you: one, don't push judgment away. Everybody's fear of judgment. Push that away. Stop stop thinking it has to be perfect. There's no perfect video. Create the content and put it out and move on. Don't think about it. Your first 20 to 50 videos are going to suck and you're going to hate them and they might not do well. You got to push through that. So just don't think a video is ever going to be perfect. It does not exist. Create it, throw it together, throw it out there. Create it, throw it together, and move forward. Don't dwell on it. That would be my number one advice. That's what stops a lot of people. Has to be perfect. I don't want to be judged. So if it's not perfect, it's just like, let go. Just post. Give yourself an hour. Whatever you can do 1 hour. Whatever you have, just post it. Make it 10 seconds long. Just post it. It doesn't matter. That's it.
There you go. There you go, guys. Well, guys, that has been another fantastic episode of This Week in Reselling. Again, guys, give us a review. Put 5 stars down there on Apple or Spotify or wherever you listen to this podcast. And anything else for the people, Dustin?
Got nothing. Or, actually, everybody be safe tomorrow.
There you go. Halloween. Be safe. And Randy, anything else for the people?
Good luck out there.
Good luck out there. I love that's his catchphrase, Dustin. If you didn't know, good luck out there. Can we get some merch, Randy? Can we get some good luck out there merch?
Sure.
Randy's freezing. Randy, you there? You froze it.
Look, froze.
Oh, yes. That'll be in the works.
There you go. There
we go. Not at the end. Done. I heard you. We'll get that into motion. Clothing, merch.
There you go. I need some. Well, guys, my name is Ray.
My name is Dustin.
What's your name, Randy?
Oh, my name is Randy, Thrifting Treasure.
There you go, guys. And thank you so much for joining us, and we will catch you guys on the flip side. See y'all. God bless.
Bye-bye.
Peace.